And just when you think things can't get any more crazy for the Vancouver Canucks, they do. Now, it wasn't a nationally televised game last night in Dallas for the Canucks. In case you haven't been listening or following along, it's been quite a week for the Vancouver Canucks. Roberto Luongo out. Kessler was almost out. They played a Heritage Classic. Didn't go well. It hasn't been good. Mike Gillis has become a piñata on Twitter. And last night, they roll into Dallas. And you had to wonder what the mood of the team was. You had to wonder what they would do on the ice with this circus around them. If the fans of this team don't know what's going on with the Canucks, I would strongly make the argument the players are pretty much in the dark as well. There is no direction. There doesn't seem to be a plan, and they're making it up as they go along. So it was a Sportsnet Pacific game last night, down in Dallas. Stars and Canucks. If you didn't catch the game, I'm going to recap it for you right now. The first period of the Stars and Canucks went something like this. All right, they got it. That's the first period. Second period, time to improve. Canucks, not a great, let's get it going here. Torts is going to get the guys going. This was the second period. Okay, all right. They get the message. So then Eddie Lack is pulled to start the third period. In goes Markstrom, the guy they got in the Luongo deal. And it was a bit of a different period. This is how the third period went. All right, cut it. Embarrassment. It was an unmitigated disaster. From front to back, Kessler got 15 minutes. There was no direction. There was no discipline. Kassian makes a stupid hit on Brendan Dillon, which he justifiably will be suspended for. He's throwing his helmet around like he's got any right to. Give me a break. This is a disaster. And I openly send out sympathy to any Canuck fan who had to watch that garbage. That was ridiculous. That was ridiculous. But you don't need me to tell you it's ridiculous. Let's walk through the post game together, shall we? Let's hear it from the thoroughbreds' mouths. We got Tortorella first, guys. Let's hear from Torts post game.
For a team that has struggled as we have to get down so quickly, it's tough. And sure. I mean, it's hard on us right now to try to overcome that right away without even getting in the game. It happened so early. So are they fragile? Sure, but we got to figure it out. It's no one else is going to figure it out for us. We have to try to find a way to get some sort of consistency in our game for some good things to happen for us.
If you can believe it, John Tortorella was probably the calmest guy in the area. The cameras then go into the room. And one of the first guys they run into is, captain, my captain, Henrik Sedin. The tone you just heard from John Tortorella after a 6-1 embarrassment in Dallas, it's not like Dallas are lighting it up. That tone was a lot harsher from a guy who's not harsh at all in Henrik Sedin. He was flat out pissed off.
Just embarrassing to be standing here after every game and talking about that we can't score, losing games on stupid mistakes. It's just the same old story every time. And the deadline is gone there. I mean, we got the guys that we have in there, and it's up to us to turn this around.
When Henrik Sedin's getting harsh with you, you got a problem. You have a real issue. But the guy who kind of summed it up the best was one of the guys who's been there the longest, and a guy I still have a great deal of respect for in Kevin Bieksa. Kevin Bieksa has seen a lot of things with this organization. He's seen Game 7 of a Stanley Cup final, and he wades his way through stuff like last night. So he's been through the gamut. He's been through all the highs and all the car burnings. Don't get mad at me. I didn't burn anything. Bieksa last night stood in front of cameras and was stunned at what just happened.
It was a tough one. Our effort, our execution just wasn't good enough. We were flat out outplayed in the first 30 minutes of the game, and the second best team on the ice. So it's very disappointing right now. This road trip is very disappointing. If this isn't rock bottom, I don't know what is.
That's kind of the line that's resonating today with Canucks supporters. If this isn't rock bottom, I don't know what is. What made it worse, if last night on its own wasn't just one of the most frustrating things a Canuck fan can watch, management's kind of thrown in the towel. You don't need to see guys on the ice do it. What made it worse was if you were on social media and Roberto Luongo is tossing grenades from South Florida. He was on fire. Listen, the last guy on earth you want to mess with on social media right now, aside from Perez Hilton, is Roberto Luongo. I don't know where the Perez Hilton reference came from. I'm just looking for another snarky guy. So Luongo, in the middle of this disaster of a night, in 140 characters or less, is putting up more of a fight than any Canuck. Any Canuck. He threw out three things in particular. Hashtag pray for Eddie Lack. So a former teammate of his is drowning, and he's kind of having some fun with it. Then Roberto Luongo tweets out, if I was still the backup, I could have came in and mopped this game up nicely, ... So Markstrom's in the third period. He's getting leveled. Luongo continues to tweet. Said Luongo, I'd put thing 4 in for the third period. Under normal circumstances, I would say that that's a little offside last night, as some former friends of yours are going through a rough time. That's what I would normally say. I got to tell you, I have 0 degrees of sympathy for the Canucks organization. And if Luongo wants to do that, all the power to him. I got no problems with that last night. 0. I understand he is a multi-millionaire. No amount of money on earth, I don't care who you are, will supplement the fact that you believe you've been embarrassed publicly over and over again by an organization. I don't care how much money you make. That will never die. So if Luongo wants to throw grenades on Twitter, I agree with him. The Vancouver Canucks organization owes their fan base a written apology for what has gone on here. And I'm not mad at trying to bring in defensemen. I'm not mad at trying to bring in a guy like Zach Kassian who has no real talent. I'm not even mad at trying to trade 1 or 2 of your goalies. The issue's this. If you can't sell hope to your fans, go find something else to do. Go be Garth Snow. They need to apologize to their fan base for trading 2 potential number 1 goalies and getting nothing in return. Nothing in return. There is no hope. There is no tangible top 6 forward. There is nothing coming back for a Vancouver Canucks season ticket holder to look at and say, you know what? That guy in 3 years is going to make it worth it. Nothing. That's the crime. The crime isn't trying to get better. The crime is having Lou Lamoriello steal your lunch money at a draft and getting nothing in return. That's the crime. And Canuck fans are owed a written apology all the way up. Not even Gillis. He's going to get fired in like 8 weeks. All the way up. That's what they're owed. Now, BX, one last thing. We got David Amber on the line. He's been waiting far too long. One last thing before we bring David in. Bieksa made the point of, if this isn't rock bottom, I don't know what is. I'm going to tell you what could be rock bottom. Look at the schedule. The Calgary Flames are at home tonight. They're home tonight. They go into Vancouver tomorrow. Canucks are off. It is national television, hockey night in Canada, a fresh Canucks team against Calgary. If the Canucks lose that game tomorrow, someone on Monday is getting fired. That's rock bottom, as it should be. Canuck fans, listen, the 7 idiots that start rioting, I know that's not them. This is a very, very good fan base who loves that team and feel like they are being let down, and the Emperor clearly has no clothes. If they don't get it together tomorrow night, someone's head's got to roll Monday for the sake of the season ticket holder who's actually paying money and isn't a millionaire. That was a joke.